Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Styling Gives Weekly Podcast with Rachel Kimball
and Tara Coughlin,
where we talk about the latest fashion trends. We're going to talk about news, style updates, what are life's challenges, life's wins, our giving hearts, a whole lot of laughter, and of course, our positive vibes.
As always.
But first, we're going to talk about our fashion icons today, but we first have to talk about the Super Bowl. We have to talk about last night. We're filming this on Monday. Day after, go Chiefs. I can't believe it. Well, I can't believe it, but it was incredible, right?
Oh my gosh. We needed that.
We did. We needed it.
Everyone is so pumped. I'm feeling good vibes all around.
I know. MV Pat. That's what.
Not shocked.
Kelsey was saying MV Pat. Oh my gosh. It was just so great. And so many, I know we want to talk a little bit about the commercials. We want to talk about, of course, halftime. And,
yes.
The game, go Chiefs, we're excited. Big parade here on Wednesday. I know a lot of people are going to go to it, even though it's going to be 45 degrees, which is pretty actually.
It'll be good. It'll be okay. I'm going to try to go.
Here, but yes, me too. So let's not get into the halftime show first. Let's talk about some of the commercials, because that's really, okay, what are your favorites?
There's some good ones. Well, I'm going to have to start with the Dunkin' Donuts one.
Oh, God.
I was like, are you kidding me?
I thought it was so great. And he had that attitude that he kind of had at the Grammys.
Yeah.
Where he's like, okay, what do you need? And so I think that completely, because everybody was talking about his, what he was, what happened at the Grammys. They felt like he was, maybe not paying attention. And
depressed.
And then somebody, I guess, hired a person that could read lips and then was able to say exactly what he was saying. And he was saying this is a really long show and all this stuff. And so what I thought was so funny. And so when I feel like people have really focused on maybe the negative of that.
Right.
And last night, that just blew it all up. Right.
It was like, that needed to happen. Actually, I was like, you know what? No, he's fine.
I know.
Okay, this is fun. And I thought him and Jennifer Lopez together.
Oh,
awesome.
yeah.
And he directed that.
Are you
commercial?
kidding?
Nope.
Okay, that was hilarious. And I loved at the end. She was like, yeah, get me a glazed.
Get me a.
That's exactly what I would have said. I was like, yeah, get me two. But I was at two glazed, please. That's just one, too. I thought that one's great. What did you think? Okay. The Pringles one where the Pringles got caught on the hands. Okay, now this is funny because this has actually happened to me before. Because you're trying to get in, and why didn't they think of this earlier, right? You're trying to get that last Pringle in, and then you're like, wait a minute. And how many? And all of those little things where their hands were, with the Pringle. I thought that was so original and hilarious, and it just hit home.
It hit home, yeah. Because we can all relate.
I thought that was good.
I thought that was good. I actually thought all the commercials were really good. I thought the Serena Williams commercial, was it Remy Martin?
Which was that the one where she was doing the golfing, or was it?
I'm
not quite sure.
I didn't correlate what it was, and then her. I just thought it was great. It was cool, yeah. Yes,
and they had a lot of things like that, like the T-Mobile one with Bradley. It was okay. Yeah, you were right.
I thought it was awesome. Her message was just really, really cool. But I like her, so
I like her as a person too. She's one of my favorites.
Bradley Cooper and his mom.
God. Oh my gosh!
Hilarious.
Excuse me. Oh my gosh, that one was so fantastic. In fact, his hair, his hair was hilarious. I don't know what was going on, but she was so right. She's like, you look like, I don't know. She was going off on him, and they probably ad-libbed for 30 minutes, and they just picked the best ones, right? That was probably a 2-hour shoot.
It was kind of random and a flub and a mess up and oh wait, what? Start over.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just thought it
was
really real relatable for all of us.
And then the Bud Light Miles Teller one where the girl was on hold. So
I might have missed that one.
Oh my gosh, it's so funny. So basically, she's put on hold, okay, and the music. It's like na 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 na, and she's just sitting there, and all of a sudden, Miles Teller grabs 2 Bud Lights and starts dancing to the music, and and then then the person on hold then came off on hold, was like, and you've got 2 more minutes, so then you keep dancing, and it was just so funny. I really liked that one. I thought that was really. Because that, and you're like, oh my gosh, how long am I going to hold? 20 minutes. What is this going to turn into? And then it was enough for them to get 2 Bud Lights down. So yeah, I thought that was funny. I thought Chris Stapleton was amazing when singing the national anthem. Obviously, he had on those Ray-Ban Club Master sunglasses, which I think are sold out
awesome.
now. I mean, I kept thinking, I think I have a pair of those somewhere. Like I
should have brought them.
I know. Well, and I really honestly was thinking that, and then of course I got online because I'm like, those are called a specific. Those aren't the Wayfarer. There's a specific thing that they call them, and they're called Club Masters. And then all of a sudden you see that they're sold out now. Now you can't. I don't know where you're gonna get them, but yeah,
it was a
Marcus,
debate
they were
on the hat or no hat. What did you think before he came out? Is he gonna wear his hat or no hat? At first I thought hat, and then I'm like, wait, no.
I don't think
anthem. He cannot wear a hat.
I don't think he's yeah. And I thought his hair looked great. I mean, it was so silky and shiny. I don't know who washed that, but it was like better than mine. It was just really, really, really beautiful. And people like the coach crying. I mean, it was moving.
Intense.
It was moving. I thought he was really good.
Awesome.
And then let's get to the halftime show.
I mean, she brought it.
I thought it was great.
I thought it was awesome. I thought it was. I mean, it's what the city wanted. It was. I mean, the hype was there. Mm-hmm. She brought it, and
that red Loewe jumpsuit.
Pretty amazing.
I think it. Well, and she also came out and was pregnant.
Well, and you noticed it right away. There was no second guessing that. I mean, the belt was low. Like,
I thought that it was. I loved the color. I loved that they did the white and the red. I loved that. I think Rock Nation, like Jay-Z, produced it. I love that there was, and we were talking last week. There are going to be a ton of collaborators, right? And then and I think this is wonderful. You have a woman on stage, and you let her sing all of her, a lot of her hits, and you let her be on her own. And I think that was a message that I know a lot, like a lot of us, because before they made J-Lo and Shakira, share the time, and I feel like this
was good. I thought that was a nice, something different that normally we see a bunch of people come out on stage. I was kind of shocked. I'm like, I think Jay-Z's coming out. Is he going to come out? Too. No, but I mean, the movement was there. The up and the scaling
that was unbelievable. How they, the direction of how the stage moved and how high up she went, and then how the dancers were still like, I would have motion sickness for.
Oh no,
those dancers were incredible. I don't even know how many there were. My mom was trying to count. I think she was like, I think there's 300. That's what my mom was like. There might be 300 dancers on there. And I do think that there could have been maybe, I don't know how many, but it just like, I felt like it was real. I enjoyed it. I was singing along. She sang 12 songs. And I thought it was good. I mean, made me happy.
I thought the flow of all the songs were great. I mean, repping up that Fenty Beauty products.
I love
that.
She pulled out that little compact. That megawatt's gone, guys. Sorry. And the tennis shoes that she had on, I know I was immediately got on. Those were the MM6 Maison Margiela. Am I saying that right? I don't even know if I am. Margiela, that's it. Okay. Those I got on, and I was thinking like they're $415 retail, and you could just see people were just buying those
sold
as
out.
fast as and and she looked fantastic.
Awesome.
I loved the jewelry. I thought tons of different diamonds on the ears, and that's even a podcast we can talk about is a lot of people are, and there's a lot of companies out there that are actually doing like different piercings within your ear, and it kind of like goes with your personality or something. Like it's this whole new trend thing.
Okay, I like this.
That where you get certain piercings, and then you get like a stud to go in there, and but it all goes together. Like it's a complete.
I love this idea.
It's a complete like
your jewelry
party. Yeah,
which
I mean. Another podcast, right? But that was one we can talk about because and I've had some friends that have gotten it done, and I'm like, really, you book this? Is this something you do? And it is. It's like ear art. I don't know if that's something ear art jewelry. I don't know how to put it together, but it is. It's a trending thing, and I feel like she. Oh God, it was just beautiful.
All of it was great.
Masika jewelry, is that what it was? I think. Beautiful, beautiful pieces. She just was flawless. So I was
she rooting for the Chiefs? Was the red?
She had to have been, right?
What do you think? The floor.
Well, did you hear? Okay, so guys, listen in on this one. This is hilarious if you didn't see it. So I was watching, the feed from Instagram, and the Chiefs put one up, and I guess there was a reporter that was speaking to Mahomes and was like, "Hey, did you hear Rihanna's a huge fan of you?" And she's so excited. And you could see him kind of turn. He's like, "Oh, really? Oh my gosh! I can't believe it. My family's so excited. We're so excited. They're more excited about the halftime show than the reporter goes, "I'm just kidding, man." It was the best. Like I was laughing so hard. I was like, "Oh my god, that is so funny." So anyway,
that's funny.
But I think she's a fan.
I think she's a fan.
Yeah, who cannot be a fan of Humps? He just does so many great things. Him and his wife, amazing things in Kansas City. I think that they really have pulled the city together and constantly give back. And I just think it was fabulous. I even noticed there were a couple Chiefs players that for Casey Pet Project that took care of all the adoptions.
Wow,
for all the animals in there. That's what they did with the extra money that they won. So there's just so much great things happening. I just got chills from that. You'd love to hear that, right? You'd love to hear that. And so it's that's really good stuff. But we were really going to talk about our fashion icons today, but we had to talk.
We had to recap yesterday.
We just give you a good 10 minutes of what we thought, and then now we're into the good stuff. No, I'm just kidding.
It's all good.
It's all of it's good. We love a win, and so fashion icons. Why are they important? Why are they important? And I Googled it because you're like, what does Google say? This is what Google
absolutely
says. A fashion icon is first they're telling us who it is. Like an influential person who introduces new styles and often dares to challenge the norm or standard of fashion. And icons have become a part of fashion because of their styles are embraced and adapted for many people. Well, obviously we know that I sort of that.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that, and we're going to talk about our favorite icons, and I think that there's a general kind of list of icons that have kind of stood the test of time.
Definitely. And
would you say that they just show up on every single list, right? And I know like when I was looking over, top icons 2023, 2022, like what are we looking at here? Like Marilyn Monroe kept coming up on every single list, right?
She will forever be on the list, I think. I mean, how can she not?
I know. And what I didn't know is all of these makeup tricks that she has taught everybody. I didn't know that she used 5 different lip products to create her signature pout.
Did not know that.
Like I didn't know to use darker colors towards the edges of the lips and lighter colors towards the middle to contour. I didn't know about that. I also didn't know that she used 3 different eyeliners to make her eyes look bigger. So like she used the white on the bottom and then brown on the inside and then black. So she used like 3 in her technique. And then the last one I didn't know, she used like a berry pencil and made a dot on her inner corner of her eye to make her eye look whiter. This is all. Now I'm thinking
the white and the under in the
like all it makes
now.
you look. So of course I was like, I had no idea about this. Now I love her turtleneck looks. I love that she had that classic style, and she showed her body off. I love that she felt comfortable doing that. She's obviously beautiful. And I just that signature hair, right? Sometimes I'm like, get me that platinum blonde. Can you get it there? Oh yeah,
all of
it. It's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she could rock a capri pant like nobody, right?
There's nothing that she can't do, and it's always going to be, documented, and we're always going to kind of go back to her. And
well, I mean, look what Kim Kardashian did at the Met last year, right? Like she wore the actual dress from Ripley's Believe It or Not, and I think like it was retailed at $5 million. Now it retails $10 million, and like you're thinking like, wow, this is amazing. And I thought Kim looked amazing.
I thought she looked awesome.
And Kim's an icon of her own. I know it goes either way. Sometimes people I feel like I'll have a lot to say about the Kardashians. Only positive vibes here about them. I absolutely love them. I'm not going to say I really do. I think that they have transcended our fashion.
Oh yeah, fashion, beauty, all of it, really. I mean, television, a lot of it. I mean, I'm here for them. I like
me too. And I feel like the closest style that I have of one, if you were to pick the Kardashian, you tend to gravitate towards their style. I would say I'm more of a Kourtney Kardashian, like the more edgy, after she married Travis, kind of, she, that rocker, Dolce & Gabbana, like fun, when she did collab with them. So did Kim, but I think like that's my Kardashian. Who's your Kardashian that you think?
Well, I think I might be Kylie. No.
You think?
Sorry, I'm not.
No, you're talking about
Kendall.
Kenny. That's what they call her, Kenny.
I'm a little more Kendall.
I definitely would agree. I would agree 100%.
Yeah,
that's exactly what I was thinking. Because
good.
I threw that question on you, and I didn't even that was not like thought out. I just thought, well, I'll throw that on you and see what you say. But yeah, I really, and like, what other fashion icons are like just on the list? Not your favorites. Let's not hit our favorites yet. Let's just talk about people that are on the list.
I have, I've got Lady Gaga,
yes.
Zendaya, Beyonce.
I have Zendaya too.
Okay,
yes.
Good.
Yeah. She's incredible.
I mean, she hits a lot of generations right now. I think,
yeah.
you know, us, my kids, Harper loves her, and she's been around for a little while now with, I mean,
she did Disney, and then now she, you know, Euphoria, which is like unbelievable. Like even the fashion in that. Doesn't she? I believe she has a contract with Valentino.
I think Valentino.
Which you always see her in amazing suits. You always see the ads. At least I've seen the magazine ads. I'm not sure if she's. I believe she still has a contract with them. But I mean, she's fantastic. I know, like those suits that she wears, she can carry herself. She has some height on her, but still, I think she's just. She can do that masculine, feminine look at the same time where it just looks, it's balanced.
Right. Yeah, I put some mix match here is what she's got going on a lot.
That's exactly
I love it.
We didn't even plan that. We just know. We just know.
We share
Listeners, we know. I put down Grace Kelly just because I feel like Grace Kelly and Jane Birkin, because, you know, like the biggest bags I feel right now are like the Kelly bag and the Birkin bag. Like, the mini Kelly. Everybody wants a mini Kelly right now. And I feel like there's like, at least that's what TikTok's telling me.
Hey, it's right. It's right.
And all my
structured bags are back, but I mean, they've always been around. Birkin's been around for years.
Yes.
I mean, it's just
but those two just, you know, like Grace Kelly was always just so put together. Those you know, they're just so classy, you know, the blouses, the pleated skirts, you know, just those plain pants that she wore, but they just look so elegant on her. And I feel like, you know, how we talked about black pants last week. I was like, man, I got to get a good pair of black pants, you know,
classic staples. And
then Jane Birkin, you know, I forgot about this, that she used to carry that iconic like wicker basket around, and everybody thought that was so, look at how cool that is. It's just like a basket. It's like, you know, that you'd have for the Easter Bunny or something. You know, you just have this basket that you put a bunch of stuff in. You know, that's what I need to think about. You know, when I'm like, I need a new bag, I'm like, hey, let's go down to Hobby Lobby and get a wicker basket. Right?
I mean, it's, like, it's a thing.
It is a thing.
You can tote it day, pool, everywhere.
I even saw like one of her, she'd like put a scarf around it. And, you know, that's what people are doing with the Hermes bags. They're putting that, wrapping the little scarf around it and whatever. But yeah, I mean, I feel like Jane Birkin too, she did a lot of like, you know, the funky blouses with the boots, and then her jeans. I always think of those jeans, you know, that she did, which kind of gets us into, you know, one of our favorites, I know, and we'll talk about her. I'm not going to name drop yet, but we'll talk about her. And then, you know, Audrey Hepburn. I feel like
she's
right.
I mean,
is it the sunglasses? Is it the sunglasses? Is it the elegant shoes? I mean, what is it about her? I mean,
just all of her silhouettes, like her fun prints. I mean, she had a lot of like very, I don't know, just classic styles. I mean, who was her? Can't think of who was one of her big. Was it? I don't know. Anyway, but
we'll put it in the bio if we need it.
Yes. Yeah. She's an icon that's going to be around, and it's here forever.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, solidified her after she did Roman Holiday and Breakfast Activities, but I do think that, like, simple, playful, elegant, all at the same time.
Yeah.
Right? She just had that, like, that balance. And, you know, for my current ones, I put Kim Kardashian down, and I'm good with that. I'm good with that. I think that, first of all, you know, she did that huge collaboration with Dolce & Gabbana, which was amazing, and I love that. And I love her brand Skims. I love Skims. I love their bodysuits. I love. I will wear her stuff to bed. It's soft,
so buttery.
Yes, it makes you feel fantastic. It makes you feel sexy. If you have not tried Skims, and it's a great brand. And, you know, then you look at her sister, you look at Chloe. I love Chloe's bodysuits from Good American. It's one of my favorite bodysuits too. So, and her jeans, I hear that, you know, really do fit you. I have a pair of jean shorts from her that, you know, they do. They just, like, you're like, these aren't going to fit me. And then all of a sudden they come on and they button them up and they suck you in. So I think that, you know, they have really evolved, and they're like, the bodysuit kind of came back because of them. I felt like
I felt like the bodysuits. I love them.
Oh, me too. Like,
I wear them all the time.
That's my go-to. You know, and a pair of great jeans. And then, you know, Julia Fox, which is being brought up all the time. And you know, it's been kind of a usually a little bit like Kim Kardashian versus Julia Fox, who's going to dress, like their style, their style against style or whatever. Because Julia Fox, if you haven't seen Uncut Gems, she was in that movie. She's freaking amazing. Then she dated Kanye West.
Yes.
Kind of blew up. Now on social media, she has huge following on TikTok, huge following on Instagram, on TikTok. She talks a lot about fashion and beauty. And then I didn't know she's originally from Italy. She's originally from Milan. Okay. So that kind of made more sense to what, like, when I was looking back at, Milan Fashion Week, where I think she had on like a barely there jean bralette, like, and the pants with the boots, everything matched, right? And she was bringing it.
I mean, she looks good all the time.
She does, and she bleaches her eyebrows out, and it still goes, right? And to me, I have bleached my eyebrows before. I did. I've done it, but I am blonde, right?
You are blonde,
so it actually looked really good. But when you're brunette, I'm not used to the contrast of doing it. That's not something that I think that I would do. Like, but it works for her.
Well, I think anything can go on her.
Yeah,
I mean,
she pushes the boundaries,
outlandish, and
that's what it is. Is pushing those boundaries. And Zendaya, you had gone over that. So
I even had like Harry Styles and Gwen Stefani.
Gwen Stefani for sure.
Yeah,
I didn't even think of her. And yes, and God, how amazing does she look?
Awesome
at her age. She's my age, isn't that funny? I'm saying that. Like, she looks freaking so good. Like, she looks fantastic.
She looks awesome. I mean, everything. I mean, you think about her and you think about her red lips a lot.
Yeah.
Just her funky street style. I mean, she's got it all. Her hair, that platinum hair,
which just works with her skin tone so well. Yeah, I love it. She's always got something fun on, and I love that.
I actually looked this up here. So, did you know the very first fashion icon is Coco Chanel? She's considered the first.
That's amazing.
I had to look that up. That's good.
That's a great piece of knowledge, because you do think, like, when did this all start? When did it start? Well,
so she was the first, and then the most famous is Audrey Hepburn.
Really?
Makes sense.
I thought it might be Marilyn Monroe, but I do think you're right. Yeah, that classic look, that just classic
Breakfast
look.
at Tiffany's.
That's totally true. Totally true. So who's your who's your favorites? Like, if you're like thinking, and like if I'm thinking I'm going to go get my closet, who do I want to emulate today? Because I think that's really what it is you see someone's fashion on the street, or you see a star on social media, because that's where you're seeing it these days, I feel like, and you're like, I love this look. Who are you? Like, who's your number one?
My number one is Rachel Zoe.
For sure. I knew you were going to put it down, because that's because we're constantly sending stuff back and forth on what she's posting. But yes,
I mean, she's just amazing from everything she does, from her looks to her hair to her business, I love it. And
yeah,
she can't go wrong in my book.
I would just a day in her closet, and I know she archives everything, so it's like, where are those storage units?
I could just borrow one thing of hers,
and you would fit amazing. It. I would have to I'd go on a little bit of a diet, and I would, I'd pull a Kim Kardashian and lose 16 pounds in 2 weeks. I would do it. I totally would. We're probably the same size, size 7. But yeah, I agree with you on her. I think she's not on my list, but I do think, because I knew she'd be at the top of yours, but I do see that, she just has this classic. But there's still an edge. Still an edge with her, but I do feel like she
some boho chic.
Yeah, I don't feel like she has to wear anything body hugging. She's got a great figure, but she wears things that she's comfortable in and that are like fashion forward and constantly pushing the boundaries, I feel like, in a lot of just amazing ways. And she dresses her sons the same way. I mean, those two,
they're so
they're the cutest things. I'm like, if I could get my Teddy to walk around in a tuxedo, or like
her whole family.
Oh, I know. Roger,
cute, just adorable.
I love them together. They do. I like them.
So she's my tops. Who's your top?
Kate Moss, and I know she's on your list.
Yeah.
And I guess it all started for me with that the look when she went. She was at the festival with those hunter, boots. And they were in that olive green, and then everybody had to have them, and I had to have them, even though, where was I going to go? Like, I was just going to walk outside with my cut off jean shorts, which, by the way, then it was on, whenever I went to London, I don't even know how many pairs of Levi's cutoffs, vintage Levi cutoffs, that I would go buy and market there. Like, at the markets, at resale shops, I would just pick them up because of how she like looked in them. She just looked fantastic. And I like, I just love everything about her. I love that that she can wear all black. She's transcended. She does that boho chic so well. I love that she would do furs, leather jackets, the high heels, the chunky boots, and her fashion has evolved, but they've evolved through classic pieces.
Yes, I think they're like slinky slips with like the fur. Oh, yeah. And that's it. And she looks so good.
And that orangey red lip. It's not the red. It has this orange. It has this bit of orange in it that I just here. I'm going to show it to you. I'm going to show it to you. Look, it's just that bit of orange, and it just looks so good on her. And she actually. Oh, this is another one with the Levi's cutoffs. Remember, she would wear like the hose with them,
and it worked. I mean, it was so cool.
Yeah, they'd be ripped, and I believe me when I did that. I did it, and it. I wear a big sweater. Gosh, I might have done that a couple years ago. Even though she did it 20 years ago.
She did it, and it's still a thing.
It is
just her basic tees with her jean shorts,
and she likes to do Ray-Bans, and she's like she can layer like nobody's business.
She's got the frame for it.
She just can, and she'll throw something else on, and she'll throw this on, and now her daughter, and her out together. I love it. Like I'm like, look at those two. They're just
so
they play out
together.
Well, and she's also, she's like
she's doing the runway, right?
She is. She's a runway mom. Beautiful. I think her name's Lily. Is that
Lily?
It? Yeah. But and I love to see that she's wearing her mom's old stuff. Like, how cool is that? I would be like,
me one day.
I know. So I guess she's like one of my just favorites. I love her to death. And then it's a toss up. This Bella Hadid and Gigi Hadid. I mean, it's a toss up. I mean, I'm going to tell you one thing. I used to be completely obsessed with Gigi Hadid. I mean, I kind of still am. I mean, she's still up on my board. If you didn't see my inspiration board, I mean, I just love what she puts together. I love the way that her and Bella. I'm going to tell you this. They're always seen. They do a lot with a jean look. Okay, with jeans, and they do chunky turtlenecks. They'll do cut off white t-shirts or white tank tops with layered jewelry. Gigi does layered jewelry like nobody. I love that about her. And Bella just has this. They're so it's sisters, but they look so different, and they carry each other so different, and they support each other so well. I just love it. I love that family dynamic that they have. But then I also just like to see them. They wear like it's different, and I think Bella does menswear, street style, but I mean she does menswear better. Better than a man almost. I mean, she's just kind of like she carries herself the way she does a structured shoot, the way she does plaid suits, and how she puts things together on her body. They look fantastic.
It's awesome.
And those cheekbones. I mean, that's what it
Both
is.
Of them.
I mean, one has like the really pulled in, and then the other one has more full. And they just two completely different looks. And they're just so gorgeous, inside and out. I mean, I love to watch Bella Hadid talk about how uncomfortable she is at times in the industry, just getting outside. Sometimes, she's really an introvert and and
you don't really realize that on these models a lot. Like a lot of them are introverts.
Yeah. And how she's been very open about that and sharing things, even I think about her plastic surgery, just all kinds of stuff, right? They've been very open about that. And I just love their looks. But yeah, I think if I had to do a toss up, I think I'm more Gigi.
I was just going to say.
I knew you were going to say it, and I think you're probably more Bella, isn't that? Well, no, I think
I don't know.
I think you're more feminine. You like more feminine things.
I do.
So I don't know about but you can wear when you wear a blazer. I'm telling you, know how to wear it. So I think that's a nod in Bella. Like Bella does that very well, right? And how she does that, and I think. Yeah, I mean, those are my top three. Mine's Kate Moss, Bella, and Gigi Hadid. What about you?
I also did, I did Kate Moss as well, but I went back old school a little bit, Cindy Crawford and Madonna.
Yeah. Yes.
I mean, if I just think about when I was younger and those two, I always, especially Madonna. I mean, who didn't think about Madonna? My first record, I tried to dress like her all the time. I would do photo shoots and we would dress up as Madonna.
Dance around and the glove. I even have those fingerless gloves.
All
remember,
of it.
like
I wanted corsets. I wanted the hair. I wanted the pearls. I wanted and so I just think that I've always looked up to them. Cindy Crawford is another one that's like, how do you not think of her when you think of style and fashion and
timeless beauty? Is that the name of her like skincare line too? I don't know, but it is. I don't know if it is, but if it isn't, that's what you need to name it, because that's exactly how she is.
Yeah, and I mean, you see it now in her daughter, but
Kaya's like,
just
it's like
remember the white tank with the jeans.
Oh yeah,
was that a Pepsi commercial?
I think so. Yes,
I think that with her high heels. I mean, her hair, her
hair,
beauty trademark, all of it.
Yeah. And she just looks as fantastic as she did 30 years ago, right? Or 20 years ago. I don't want to age us too much. But I do want to say that, that her look is just, it's an all-American, I feel like an all-American look that she's always kept up.
Not overdone.
No.
I mean, it's
beautiful. I love it.
I love her. I think about to all those models. I mean, they're all just,
I know.
They kind of stick to you for whatever reasons, for whatever they. Yeah, I love them. I kind of went like Kate Middleton route a little bit too.
I think she has some really good looks. I think she does. Yes.
Very just pretty and classy and, timeless, relatable.
Yes. And I like that she wears, what was her dress? Who did her dress? It wasn't, Pippa's dress was Alexander McQueen, or Sarah Burton for Alexander McQueen, but I don't know who did hers. I know she wore an English designer, but I thought that it was just, she's classic, elegant, beautiful. Her hair always looks great. Not a hair out of place.
Never.
Not face. Just just her beauty is she's flawless and stunning. Yeah, I would agree with you on that. And I think like a princess.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah, definitely
for sure. I mean, she's gonna be the next one. So. I think that when I'm looking at like style icons for style inspiration, I think I do it because I want to be like creative, right? Like I'm just looking to be as creative as I can be. What are you, when you're looking for your style icon inspiration, I mean, what are you thinking of? Like, how does that evolve for you?
Well, I think, I just think of things that like speak to me, or different styles and things that I can, relate to, I can recreate, or I can,
right.
I'm going to go and buy what they're wearing, and I'm going to just, I don't know. I think it's something that I'm always thinking of, like, how did they do it? How can I do it? How, what they did at one point, how are we doing that now? Or
because it always comes back.
It always evolves. Yeah.
It's like wait a minute, when did I wear this? I wore this. When did I wear this? Right. And then you're like, I wore this 8 years ago, but guess what? It's back, or the trend is back 2 years later. And I think a lot of people are, if you like, sometimes I'll find a look, I'm like, oh wait, let me go see what I have in my closet, because I bet I have something that I can redo this look, this one thing I can change to make my outfit do that. And thank goodness we have that, right? Because it's great to be able. And I used to literally, I'm not kidding you, I get all the magazines were delivered. I cut up all my stuff. I put a book together for the whole year of things that I loved. Anytime I saw an outfit I liked, would cut it out, whatever. And then now we're looking at Pinterest, right? We're looking at social media platforms. It's not as, we've evolved. Obviously, we're not wasting paper like I did and doing all that stuff, right? And cutting stuff out,
though. I still like to, we do our inspo boards. I still like to do that. But I think that's just the way it's going now. I mean, I agree. Stuff pops up, and I mean, gosh, Super Bowl, like all the things.
Oh, I know.
It's in our face all the time.
It is.
It's a constant. And if you love it, you're constantly thinking about it.
I agree. And I think, style icons today, we need them, right? We need them. We need some inspiration. We need some things. And,
Definitely.
I think that today we've pretty much hit on that. Like, so, please comment with us. Tell us who let us know who your icons are. Because I know we left a lot off the list, because I know there's a lot of people that people are looking at and looking for, but I definitely think that it's, fashion icons, inspirational icons. We're always trying to evolve our fashion, and we do it through the looks that they generate, and then we regenerate them in different ways. So as we leave you today to go take on this amazing world, we hope that this has helped in some way, open yourself to new ideas, and
get creative.
Encourage your friends, call your friends, talk to your friends about your style ideas.
I know
I bounce things off all the time off of Tara, and I always feel like I get, first of all, she's an amazing stylist, but I also feel like I evolve, my fashion is evolving, when you talk about it more with your friends, when you talk about, like, I'm thinking about doing this, and they encourage you to try that look, right? Because you're thinking like, I don't know. So hopefully today we gave you a little bit of that inspiration that, you get from your icons. And so hit subscribe, follow us. We're here every week.
Let us know how it's going. What do you think?
And if you need a closet edit, okay, which I know, guess what? It's coming up. Spring's coming up. All this stuff is coming up. You might need a closet edit. You can check out Tara. Tara, you can give your information right now.
At TaraCoglinStyling.com.
And you can follow us on Instagram. And if you need anything for your circular fashion needs, let's check us out at stylinggift.com. We have some amazing pieces. Now, next week. Okay. Guys, you wait for it. So we are going to be talking about wedding trends in 2023. We're going to go over the colors that brides are choosing and incorporating into their weddings, what the bridesmaids dresses are looking like, what accessories are being worn, popular hairstyles, best places to have the wedding. Let's see what else. Top honeymoon destinations, what to wear to a wedding if you have one coming up, and more.
Yeah, and we may show up in something fun. So
watch out. We will. You don't know.
You don't know what's going to happen.
So join us for our fashion talk. Life was known, our hilarious commentating, of course, a high dose of positivity. And as we leave you today, remember, we are all one.
And we all have a story.
We do all have a story, and we're just looking to connect. So thank you for your time, and we'll see you next week. Have a great week.